Hello and welcome to another episode of Wheel of Horror, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel once a week. It chooses the horror film and they discuss it. Today we're talking 2002's Halloween Resurrection, which was directed by Rick Rosenthal. I'm your co-host Alec. Oh, the shape doesn't speak.
Nah, just kidding. I'm Eric.
There he is. So yeah,
You
for
can
anybody
hear me.
anybody just listening, Eric has a Michael Myers mask on for this episode. He looks great. So if you want to see what he looks like, check out our YouTube channel because all of our episodes are video episodes on there. So check it out because Eric looks great right now. So yes, he'll keep it on for as long as possible. Hopefully it doesn't sound too
Do you
bad. I
want me
think
to keep it on for as long as possible, or can I take it off like early? Up to
I
you.
I think it sounds good. I think you look good.
You think I should
So
wear this the whole damn thing?
if you start sweating, if it starts becoming a problem, take it off.
No, I'll just wear it for a little.
All right. Okay.
Let's just call that.
All right, all right, all right. So we're finally ending the original Halloween series, which I guess technically this isn't really, because like if you think about it, H2O was the first time the series really like rebooted itself. It was like, all right, we're forgetting everything after part two. H2O is just
Mhm.
forgetting the Thorn trilogy. Here we go. So then this is technically the finale of that line, that the H2O timeline. So.
It goes one, two, H2O, resurrection.
Yeah, so this is a different timeline. So yeah, exactly. This is like the fourth of this timeline. Not a great way to end it.
No,
This is
no,
pretty
no,
bad.
no.
Yeah, and the worst part about this movie is honestly, it ruins what the last one did. Like H2O was a really solid entry and a great ending, and this movie's like, never mind. That none of that
Well, it
happened.
went from serious to, all right, we're going comical. We're going like a little. We talked about this, what was the last podcast about screamifying things,
Yeah.
with Final Destination. This is a, fuck this.
Yeah, take it off. Yeah, you sound like crap now.
That's not happening.
There you
Like
go.
I can't talk, like I
Yeah,
can't move my jaw.
yeah,
But yeah, we talked about this on Final Destination where it's just like it's screamified, and now we're in. This came out 2002, I believe.
yeah.
So we're totally at that era of like what draws the youth in, and technology and all that. So I think it took away from the seriousness of Halloween a lot.
I mean, H2O was pretty screamified too. I mean, it was definitely different than any other Halloween that had come before it, but it still
Yeah.
felt grounded and like, Laurie Strode coming back, that was huge. This movie just was like, Laurie, whatever, fuck you. Like, we're just gonna kill you, who cares? And then we're gonna make it about random people that have nothing to do with anything. The one thing I will say, we'll jump into this movie, we'll go deep into it, but the idea of it isn't terrible. It's like, okay, so after
Yeah.
H2O, Michael kills Lori and then goes home. He's like, I've completed my mission. I killed my sister. I've killed everybody in my family. I'm going home now. I'm okay with that. And then, like, some investigators go into the house, but it's just the execution of this movie is just,
It's literally like Forrest Gump when he's done running. He's like, it's hey, you ran across the country. Like, how does it feel? It's like, I'll go home now.
I'm going to have me a Dr. Pepper.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
home now. And it's
Yeah.
like, what? That's it, Michael? Like, you're
I
just gonna go
mean,
home? You
it
killed
makes
Lori and you're going home?
it makes more sense for him to do this than I guess in the new trilogy where he like moves into the sewer and becomes Pennywise. Like this makes a little
Yeah.
bit more sense.
Where
But
else would he go? Where else would he go?
no, but exactly
Vegas?
no. But well, he's not Leprechaun, so no, he's not going to Vegas. But the one thing that he does do that I'm just like this doesn't make any sense is like who built these tunnels under his house? He's got like a full tunnel system under the house with like
Where
eight.
you're already jumping into this
Well, I'm just
dissection
saying, like, well, no, because we're
so
talking about
hard.
Michael living in his basement, and I'm like, did he build these tunnels? Like, who made these? But whatever, we never find out. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Yeah,
I
so
think what did it for me is the I think I mean obviously the opening sequence is just like what is happening from H2O to this with everything, and then it goes to um the like teenagers or college kids trying to get involved in this like house murder thing that Busta Rhymes and Tyra Banks run to I think when I lost it is when he got home, Michael, and he locked his car. And it was like this cheesy, corny scene. Remember that
the
exact scene
yeah, the
when he's just like,
Firebird or
"Did, did,
whatever.
and he
Yeah.
locked up his car, I was like, I'm done. Like right at that point, like that's when I was like, I'll hang on a little bit, I'll have fun. And I was like, this movie's just trash right there.
Well, the whole plot of the movie is kind of stolen from Scary Movie 2 a little bit. It's like, Tim Curry and David Cross like hire a bunch of college students and put them in a scary house. That's kind of what this is a little bit. Like,
Yeah, and that was based off The Haunting
yeah,
mostly.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this movie, yeah, we'll go through the plot a little bit. So, what it does is essentially it starts off in like a mental asylum, and Laurie Strode, after the events of H2O, she's been locked up in this asylum, I guess, for she thought she killed Michael Myers, but she actually killed a security guard or something that Michael tore his voice box out, put his mask on the guy, basically like pushed him out, and the guy was like, I don't know what's going on. And then Laurie kills him. Yeah, so it
But if you
completely
watch that scene again in H2O, he's acting like Michael still. He's like
yeah.
standing up like Michael. It makes no sense.
No, no, no,
Like,
no, no. It's insane, it's stupid, and it ruins H2O basically. And that's the thing. Sequels, everybody's like, well, just pretend the original one is the only one you need to worry
just have
about. I'm
fun.
like,
Just have fun.
when a
It's like,
sequel ruins the previous movie, that's kind of when it's a problem. And this does that. This ruins the ending of H2O, which if that movie just came out and was what it was, great. But they're
sure.
like, all right, you know what? We're gonna retcon the ending. We're gonna ruin Laurie as a character and Josh Hartnett.
Kill Lori.
Kill Lori,
Kill
but
Lori.
kill her, but also like demean her. Like she's not this woman who's like grown or has like, overcome her fear. It's like, nope, she's guilt-ridden, she's locked up, and then also, where's her son? They never even bring up Josh Hartnett
Mhm.
again. So you're like, you know what? You guys just don't care. So everything is just thrown away from the last movie, and then they're like, all right, Tyra Banks and Busta Rhymes and a bunch of random kids nobody cares about.
Well, they knew they were making this movie after H2O. They finished filming and the wrap before they wrapped, they filmed those final scenes of the like Michael walking into the bushes and the guy's head and all that. That was Mustafa Akkad's like, hey, if this movie does well, we're gonna make another one,
Yeah,
essentially. And it did
yeah,
do well. H2O did do very well.
yeah.
So let's pump out another one. And there's a reason why there was another, I mean, 5 years until the remake with Rob Zombie. At least 5 years. How like 2002 to
2007. Yeah,
2008 or seven? Yeah, so
seven.
5 years until we see another Halloween. So there, yeah, I think that adds up. So
Well, I'll never forget. I saw H2O when I was like 9 or 10, maybe. And then going to Lowe's in Plainville, I remember seeing the poster on the wall of like coming attractions, and it was like Halloween Resurrection. It was like Evil Comes Home. And I was like,
they
how
cut his head off.
yeah, I was like, how is he gonna come back? Like, what? You know what it reminded me of? It's like that scene of Monster Squad where the dad is just like, which one is this? And he's like, oh, this is like Bloody Cannibal Holocaust 5 or whatever. It's like, I thought they cut off his head in the last one and put it in a blender. It's like, yeah, they did. And then they mailed the parts to Thailand and he came back. And it was just like, that's like the logic here. It's like they cut his
Yeah.
head off. Like,
Yeah, I mean, people just want to have fun, and they kind of did a good job, like you said, retconning it and trying to come up with a way for him to come back. But if you watch the ending of Halloween H2O, it makes no sense.
no.
Like,
And I don't know how much truth is to this. I saw it on a YouTube video, but apparently Kevin Williamson, the guy who wrote the Scream series, he came up with this idea. He was like, this is a way you can kind of get around it. So he came in, because Dimension is the same company that did Scream and they did this movie. It's on the Weinsteins.
well, who's the
And
director of this? Isn't this the same
it's
director as Halloween 2?
yeah, Rick Rosenthal. So he
Yeah.
directed Halloween 2 in 1981 and then this. And what happened? Like, and Halloween 2 is incredible. And then this one, it's like, yeah, what? It's the same director. So it's like, oh, God. But yeah, so Kevin Williamson apparently came up with the idea of retconning it, because they were going to do it regardless. But he's like, here's a way you can do it, I guess. That kind of works.
If you were to like come up with it, this is the best way to come up with it, period.
Yeah,
Right?
I can't think of anything else. I don't know. I
Like,
mean, yeah.
they cut someone's head off. It's like, how do we pretend this is Michael Myers? Like, well, we could say that Michael crushes larynx, can't talk, and that's why this guy is like trying to like not like speak and stuff. But like, why is he reaching out to her? Like, it's my sister and
Hug
H2O
me.
and stuff. Like, it's just like it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. but yeah, so anyway, so the movie, yeah, it starts off in this asylum. Lori's locked up. They're giving her pills, and there are these two nurses that are like, in case anybody hasn't seen the last movie, we'll fill you in on
Yeah, it's
everything.
like we're gonna completely just tell you everything.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, and then they crushed his voice box, and they're showing the flashbacks. Like, what? So
But
they,
how did he get away? Like exactly, like they're like answering questions as they're walking down the hall. It's like, well, I'll tell you how. Like, it's like the
yeah.
most
So
terrible explanation. But
So Michael finds her that night. We don't know what night it is. And he comes in and he kills a bunch of security guards. He kills everybody. And one scene that made me laugh pretty hard is there's that one security guard. I think his name is Manny. He looks like the grown-up kid from Modern Family. He looks like that little kid from Modern Family grown up. But when he walks past the snack machine, he looks at it like he's never seen any snacks in his life. He's like, "Are those fucking roll goats? Are those fucking, what are those?"
at
And
the
then
same place I worked the last
yeah.
10 years?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he hears his friend get killed. He's just like, "Oh man, I gotta get my snack first." And then he goes and finds the dead body in the laundry machine. So anyway, security guards get taken out by Michael. There's this one other inmate who is like dressed up like a clown. He knows every murder of every like serial killer throughout history. So he's just like John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, and then he's like Michael Myers. So it's like it's almost like we're living in the same world as Behind the Mask, where it's like Michael
Good
Myers
point.
is considered a serial killer, just like Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy and everything like that. Really quick, something I forgot before earlier: the title of this movie doesn't even make sense. Halloween Resurrection would imply that he was dead and brought back from the dead. He was never dead. So, like, to call this movie Resurrection doesn't even make sense either. But I guess it's kind of cool. It's a cool sounding
Yeah,
title. But
H2O too. I always thought H2O would end with water in some way. Like he drowned. They drown him like Jason or something, you
well, a
know?
lot of people will call that H20 too. It's
Yeah.
Halloween
I
H20.
mean, I've heard H2O primarily though.
Yeah, no, I have too. But I think I feel like they always meant it to be H20 and everybody just said H2O and it stuck because like it's Halloween 20 years later. So it's like H anyways, doesn't matter.
I always wanted Michael to die in that one via water somehow, like tie his feet up and sink him like Jason and I think six, right?
Yeah.
So then I would have been like, oh, H2O, water, water
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. So now Michael's, yeah, he's killed security guards. He's coming after Lori. I love how they give Lori these pills and she doesn't take them. She puts them in a doll, and I'm like, why didn't you throw any of these pills out? Like put them in the toilet. Like she's got
Toilet.
like months worth of pills in this doll, and I'm like, they're gonna find that
It's
eventually.
eventually someone's gonna be like, "Hey, do you want your doll?" And pick it up and be like, "Why is this like
Like
shaking like
shaking.
a maraca right now?"
Yeah. It's like I'm assuming she has a toilet, so it's like put him in there and flush it. What are we doing?
Like,
Um,
yeah.
so anyway, so she's not taking her medicine. And they also say one
And she's
line.
acting catatonic, like she needs to be spoon-fed and stuff, right?
Yeah, but it's
So,
all fake. And
yeah.
which you're like, why is she doing this?
For
But
3 years, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the one thing that they do say, they're like, and this is Laurie Strode, like she's a survivor. She's Michael Myers' sister. She's been sneaking up on the roof and like messing around all the time. So we always have to keep her in here, sort of thing. So you're like, okay, so that's when Michael,
Something with the roof is happening.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Michael chases her onto the roof, and then she has this trap set up on the roof. So you're like, okay, so she's been up on the roof before. She set up the trap. He then steps on it, gets like pulled up like a cartoon character, and is like
Literally
hanging
like
there.
Joker at the end of Dark Knight, really, in
Yeah.
the crane, kind of.
And he's flailing back and forth, and she's like, "I'm gonna kill you, Michael." And she takes his knife and she's going up to him. But then somehow Michael knows that she has this relationship with the security guard that she
No, no,
accidentally
no.
killed.
She has guilt over killing that guy.
Yeah, but how
So
does
she
Michael?
is like, I need to be sure, so I need to take your mask
But
off.
the reason she's doing that is because Michael is like grabbing it,
Yeah, he's
like,
pretending like, oh, I can't
oh
get
yeah,
I
it might
can't
not be
get
me.
I
Yeah.
can't get my mask off like me right now.
How is he that smart? Like, how is he that smart to be like, okay, so she's in here because she feels guilty about the murder that she committed 3 years ago. I'm gonna pretend I'm that again. It's like, how does he fucking know? So anyway,
That doesn't feel like Michael. Michael wouldn't do that,
so
right? Like,
tricks Lori into being like, "Oh, I gotta double check, and of course, just like I don't know, do anything else but put like your hand up to
hit him
him,
with the bat first, like a bunch of times, and then take it off.
and then it's
Like,
like it's not Michael. It's like, why'd you do that? Uh, but yeah, so
I guess you're
then
right.
it is Michael, of course. Because who else would it be? I'm sorry I screamed, but who else would it be?
Who else would bust through the hospital
Yeah,
door,
and
right?
kill all
Like
these people if it's not.
you think a security guard's gonna just like like we used to say, and that happened in Halloween too, like how he breaks the glass and he just
Yeah.
like he doesn't. Let's just open the door, and he literally just like and just
Yeah.
like busts through doors.
Dude, half this movie he does that. Later, way later in the movie,
Like through
he just like
glass and
smashes
mirrors.
his head through the fucking window. And I'm like, he's not a shark. Like, what is
I
this? Like, why doesn't he
know.
punch his fist through it or try to open the window? Like,
He just likes like flexing through things, just fucking
yeah.
flexing through doors and shit.
It's like, what is happening?
I know. I love it.
Like I love it in Halloween 2 because it's like really scary. He's walking up to the door and just doesn't stop and smash. That was scary, but
Yeah,
this is like, okay, we're just trying to like do it again. It's like a
do that
family
again,
guy.
and it's a wooden door, and he just like.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's so
I gotta stop
dumb.
making that sound effect.
Yeah. So he smashes through that. But yeah, so anyway, so he grabs Lori. Stabs Lori in the back. She's like, I'll see you in hell, and kisses him. And you're like, why? Then he throws Lori off and she falls through the trees and dies. And then Michael's like, "Doo, doo, doo,
She
doo, doo,
could
doo."
live. The tree might
Yeah,
have
I
broke her
know.
fall.
I know. I thought that too. I was like, they could break that.
And what was it, like 7 stories? It's depends what she lands on at that point.
I think you die if you fell seven. I don't think that was 7 stories. 7 stories is 70 feet. I don't think that was 7 stories. That was probably like 30
Five? Yeah,
maybe.
three. Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I'm like, that's a fucking tall asylum if they have 7 floors. Like, how many people are in here? And they only have 2 security guards, so I don't think it was that big. Anyways, so that's how the opening ends, basically. Michael walks away and it's just like, ha ha ha, and he's just walking away.
But
And Lori,
he gives his knife
oh,
to
right. Yeah.
the mental asylum like
Yeah.
obsessed person who, and I hate that scene.
Yeah.
It's like in the morning, are they gonna come in and think like this guy did it? That this guy's gonna be like, it's like, hey, what'd you do? Laurie Strode's dead. Did you kill her? It's like Laurie Strode, the babysitter murders, 1978, Michael Myers' sister, and it's like he didn't do this. This
Yeah.
guy like, he didn't
No.
do
He didn't
anything.
kill all these security guards. Like, no. So that's like the prologue to the movie. It's probably like 15 minutes or even more. And this,
Not even in the title card, right?
but this movie's not that long. It's like an hour and 20 minutes long. So that takes up a decent chunk. And then it's like, all right, now we're out of college, Haddonfield University, and Busta Rhymes and Tyra Banks are doing a reality show where they want to have a bunch of teenagers go to Michael or early 20s people go to Michael Myers' house and shoot a reality
On
TV show
Halloween.
there. I think it's yeah, no, it is Halloween, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like, hey, we're going into the scary house. And like here's the thing. If if people did this like John Wayne Gacy's house, I bet people would watch it. I bet if it was like we're going to John Wayne Gacy's house on like his birthday and it's like or whatever. I mean, it'd be kind of scary. But this is like 2002. It's pretty revolutionary for the time to like, give them all cameras on their heads, have it live streamed to whoever want to watches it. Like it's inventive for 2002.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a group of just idiots. Like
Forgettable
no
characters.
one is
Let's not
cool.
even get into the characters. It's
All
not
right.
even worth it.
Well,
There's the final girl who's smart, and then
then there's the chef kid who only talks about food like the whole time. Like he's like Michael Myers. Like the reason he's like this is because he's too much protein. And then he's just like Adolf Hitler was a vegetarian. Think about that. And I was just like, yeah, and think about every other dictator and murderer who wasn't a vegetarian. I was just like, so fuck that logic. But anyways,
yeah.
so yeah, useless characters, but the one character I do like is Ryan Merriman, like the kid from Luck of the Irish, and he's in Final Destination 3. He's like the nerdy
Smart
Deckard, the
House,
computer guy.
Smart House can't
He's oh
not
Smart
shout out
House.
Smart
Oh
House
yeah,
too.
Smart
But yeah,
House.
luckily Irish too, and we brought that into Sinners too. How Sinners was inspired by Luck of the Irish. So I have to say that again. So horror connecting again in that web.
And also he's the lead male protagonist in Final Destination 3, so we'll cover that soon.
Cool.
But yeah, so his character is this nerdy guy. Is this movie came out right after like American Pie, so it's like, he's one of those guys that's like super,
The
yeah.
techie.
He's into the internet. He sees the future of it, so he's like, all right. So he's got a girlfriend who's the final girl, the smart girl. So they're like having this online relationship, and his friend's like, dude, like this is internet stupid or whatever. But they're going to a Halloween party, but he's super into this main girl, so he's like, she's streaming on this thing tonight, like I'm gonna watch her, sort of thing. So anyway, so they go to a party, and he still is watching the stream, and they just Tyra Banks and Busta Rhymes are like, "We're gonna be
What are they
millionaires."
dressed as though?
Pulp Fiction
Yeah,
characters.
Pulp Fiction characters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
Jules
Vincent
Verne.
Vega
Hey,
and
Vincent
Jules
Vega and
Verne.
Jules Verne. Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't like he didn't have a afro pick. So it was like a little weird. But anyways, so they go to the party, and then there's Busta Rhymes and Tyra Banks, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna shoot this thing." So they bring all these teens to it. They give them all these headsets. Oh, and speaking of American Pie, Kevin from American Pie and like a night in King Arthur's Court or Rookie of the Year or something like that. That
Yeah,
guy.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's also he's like the biggest douchebag in this movie, but he's in
Super
it.
pervy. Super
Yeah,
pervy. Yeah.
he's gross. So yeah, so they just go throughout the house, and Tyra Banks and Busta Rhymes, they set up little things to make it like,
Wait,
oh,
before
like,
that though, weren't they doing auditions for this too? And they had to figure out if they got it, right?
oh, they
And then
needed,
the final girl of this movie, she didn't want to do it, and then like a
well,
lamp falls and she screams, and Busta's like, I want that scream,
yeah.
right?
Well, first of all, who can scream and break glass? Not even just
No,
glass.
no, that's not what happened. The glass broke, and then she got scared and screamed.
No, no, no. The lamp fell. She
You're
screamed,
right. You're
and then
right.
a
You're right.
full glass of like juice shatters. So here's the thing. It'd be crazy even if there wasn't any liquid in that glass to make it, but there's liquid in the glass, so that shouldn't shatter. There's that to like, pull the sound waves in a little bit more. But she screams so loud that a full glass of like liquid shatters. I'm like, this is insane. This is so dumb.
Yeah.
Doesn't
But
matter.
he's like, yes. And she didn't want to do it. And then he's like, you need to do it. And then cut to, we're in the house, we're webcamming everyone. We're doing
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah, and the one thing before the kids get there is there's like a camera guy or something who's setting up all the cameras in the house, and Michael comes in and kills him with his own tripod. So the guy's like setting up tripods for the camera. No tripod is that sharp that you can stab through someone's body with it. I mean, tripods have like rubber ends at the bottom, so it
Unless you
doesn't.
take the rubber end off is the only
Even
thing.
if you
But
took the
yeah.
rubber end off, it's like, hold on, it's like.
Michael's very strong, Alec.
Dude, it
That's
would the most it would look like is this. And this
I
isn't
could
gonna
kill you with that. I could kill you with that. Right in the gut. Yeah,
that's
I
not what
could.
that's not what it looked like though. It literally looked like an ice pick. Like it looked like a sharp object. And he stabs it into the guy, kills him, and Tyra Banks isn't watching. She's like, where the hell is that guy? And anyway, so then he's the first like kill of the
I love
house
that.
or
I'm like,
whatever.
I could kill you with that. Like,
Yeah, I guess he
sorry.
just picks it up. He's like, kills him. Michael's mask looks horrible in
Yeah,
this
I was
movie
not a fan
too.
of the mask either.
So
Yeah.
bad. And then yeah, I mean, honestly, the rest of the movie is just kind of like these 20 somethings going around this house, finding like, wow, like Michael Myers' sisters or somebody tied him up in the basement and abused him. That's why he's like this, and that's all fake. Everything's
We,
fabricated
we
in the
we found
house.
out, yeah, everything's fabricated. They set up props to scare them, like mannequins and all
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
like
like
BS.
skeletons and stuff. And so they're trying to make it seem like it's not, it's fake. And also, his name is Freddy, is Busta Rhymes' character.
No, call him Busta.
All right,
I don't
all
want to call
right,
him Freddy. Busta.
whatever. Busta Rhymes.
Busta decides to dress up as Michael Myers, right?
Yeah, so
And like
he's walking around the house as Michael
as
Myers.
the identical version, which he somehow they matched perfectly throughout all the Michael Myers. Like
Yeah, he's got the exact same mask, exact same outfit. But the dumbest thing in the world is like Michael Myers walks up behind Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes turns around. He thinks that that's his
this is
camera
the
guy.
best part of the movie. Best part of the movie.
Really?
When
He's
when Busta's yelling at Michael,
he's
best
like,
part of the
"You
movie.
dumb idiot! Like, get out of here! I'm Michael. Like, get the fuck out of here!" Sort of thing. Why wouldn't Michael just stab him?
No, I
Michael
like that. I like that. I like Busta in the mask just screaming at him like, "Get the fuck away from
Michael
me!"
kills everybody for no reason. And then for the one guy that stands in front of him dressed like him in like insulting him, that's the guy who's like, all right, he's cool. I guess I'll
He's
listen to
probably
him.
just like not worth it. Like,
Then he fights him later, but
I know, I
whatever.
know, I know.
So
It's insane.
yeah. I'm like trying to remember what happens. They just go from room to room. They make a lot of crude,
So many
stupid
people
jokes.
die. Like, there's people getting picked off. There's the people that go into the like the basement with like a key thing, and they find like
Yeah.
a hatch, and they go to have sex, and they think their webcam's not on, and they American Pie it, and like say like, oh, and everyone's watching in the party. And
Right. So that's
then
something we didn't mention. So Ryan Merriman, when he gets to the party, he's like, I'm so obsessed with this girl that even at the party, I'm gonna like sneak into like the parents' office and like stream it from their computer. So he sets this all up, he's watching it. All right, and here's another stupid thing about this technology in this movie. All right, actually two things. Do they ever say that the front door is locked? Do they ever say like you can't just walk out the front door?
I don't remember.
I don't think they did. Like, I know the windows are boarded up, but I'm also like, just fucking kick it. Like, they're
Just
not.
you know how you came in, go out.
Yeah, go out the front door. So they never attempt to leave. So I was like, okay. So that was stupid. The other thing is,
Well,
it's
to be fair, when everything's happening is when they're in the house before they have time to leave. So there's that.
I guess, I don't know. I'm like, dude, run to the front door when the first time you see a body, run. But the other thing is, I know that this smart girl and this and Ryan Merriman's character are communicating over like a Palm Pilot or something. Nobody can call 911. Nobody. Like I know
Guess not.
Ryan Merriman does from the house. He's like, "Hey guys, like there's a murder happening." But if somebody from Michael Myers' house called 911, I think the cops would have to come. Like, like, "Hey, like
By the time they were communicating to each other when they found out it was real, I think it was too late of a window for the police to show up. And he was just trying to tell her like, "Hey, he's coming up the stairs and all that." But
yeah."
aside from that, he does call the cops eventually.
He
So
calls the cops and they
yes.
they think he's joking around, but nobody at Michael Myers' house has a cell phone. Or why is she able to communicate like text messages, but she can't call 911? I was like, this is really like crazy. It's 2002. Like people
Yeah,
have
that's an
flip
interesting. I
phones.
didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Huh.
she's texting like, where is he? And it's like, can you just call the cops on that thing? What is that thing? But
Like, or just like call 911 for me.
well,
Like,
that's what happens, but
pretty
they're
much.
like, the cops don't believe Ryan Merriman, but that which is crazy because it's Haddonfield. It's like, hey, there's a murder happening. They're like,
But
haha,
they're thinking
believe
like,
you.
oh, the stupid live streams happening at the Myers house. The cops,
You
like,
think the cops would probably have to be involved? Like they'd just be like,
you're
all right,
like,
we'll keep
no
one
one's
cop
going in
there.
this house. Like,
Yeah.
no, no, no. You can't just set up a bunch of stuff. Like,
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm trying to think. I think the guy from American Pie dies first, I think. And then
the couple down in like
in the
the
basement.
basement where the skeletons fall out of the wall and they're like, this is all a bunch of bullshit and this thing's made in China or whatever.
Yeah, so the redhead girl gets killed. She gets stabbed into like the gate, and then the blonde girl from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, like I said before, like most forgettable disposable characters ever, ever
Yeah, she gets her
in
head cut
any
off
horror movie.
though. Michael just takes his butcher knife and just clean cuts her head off in one slice, like whoosh, and her whole
Down the
head's gone.
stairs.
So that was interesting, and then dude, yeah, like okay, this actually is kind of funny. The chef kid, the kid who's like, I'm gonna be a chef. Like everything that comes out of his mouth is about like food or culinary arts or whatever. He goes in the kitchen. He's like, I'm gonna fight him in the kitchen because I'm a chef.
Yeah, he
And he
hits
just
Michael with like a rolling pin and
no,
like
he takes a bunch of like
seasoning.
spices and like say paprika, and it like hits Michael in the eyes, like
Paprika.
yeah, and it just he like whips salt in his eye or something, and Michael's just like and like can't see or whatever.
Pocket
Yeah,
sand. Pocket
yeah.
sand.
He's just like basil. And then Michael's just like, all right, and he just stabs him, kills. Oh, and he like, yeah, holds the butcher knife and he does his classic into the wall and it keeps his body up on the wall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well, that's another thing too. That a lot of the kills are very the same thing we've seen before. Nothing inventive, nothing new.
even Tyra Banks, which you don't even see, I was like, come
Yeah, it
on.
sucked. I wanted to see her die. I'm
But
sorry, not that I want to see Tyra Banks die, but I want to see her character
if
die.
dude, like, the best part of House of Wax was seeing Paris Hilton die. Like, what are we doing here? This is a great opportunity.
Exactly. And then
So
it's just like, oh, we didn't even get to see her get murked.
but
Like,
the murder from her, because what happens is they walk into the garage and they find a puddle of blood, just like in Halloween 2 with the
just
nurse.
slips. Yeah, there's a
Yeah, it's the
lot of the
same
same
shit.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, but yeah, we find Tyra Banks's body. She's just choked and dead in the garage. You're like, how did this happen?
Even the one guy where his head is crushed, that's been done before by Michael too.
Yeah.
Michael's done that to people too. So
Yep.
it's
So
just like the
yeah,
same old stuff over and over again. So it's a lot of
yeah.
the same old.
Yeah, and we don't care about the protagonist at all. So it's like, all right, so now she's the only one alive. She's texting with Ryan Merriman. He's like, go upstairs, go downstairs, do all that stuff. So she's running around trying to find out how to get out. And then Busta Rhymes is like, I'm still alive. Like, I'm here for you. Like, it's okay. We'll fight him together. So then they go in. Oh no, then Michael comes out of nowhere and stabs Busta Rhymes. And he's like, oh, and he dies, we think. She runs out to the garage and
No, but
starts.
don't forget the karate kicks busted out.
Yeah, well, yeah, doesn't he kick him out the window and then he like somehow perfectly
Busta kicked him
chokes?
a few times
Yeah.
there, and then Michael just like shoves him into a shelf and then stabs him twice
Well,
in the
yeah,
shoulder.
I think Busta, I watched this 2 days ago. I don't fucking remember. I think Busta Rhymes karate kicks him out the window and then he gets like choked, right? And we see him on camera, like on one
Yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah,
webcams.
yeah.
And then they're like, where is he? And
And
then
the
he's
guy
right behind
texted
him.
up the guy no, the guy texted him, he's still alive, and they look
Yeah.
back out the window and the rope's cut, and then he's right behind them
Literally
again.
right behind him. So he's like a silent ninja, and he's just right behind him. Stabs Buster Rhymes. He's like, ah man, die, or we think he dies. The lead girl, runs out to the garage. They have a fight. Of course, she like kicks over like gasoline. It like hits like some fire thing or whatever. So a
Didn't she
fire
go on the
starts.
roof at some point too? Did
That
that
was before
happen?
this. That was
Yeah,
before.
okay.
And then Busta kicked him out the window.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
she's
There's a
running
lot
around
going
the
on.
roof. And then this is like the final showdown, basically. So she's fighting Michael, and then Busta Rhymes says the most classic line of all time. He
Please
walks
say
in,
it.
trick or treat, motherfucker. And he just comes
And then he starts karate kicking again.
in. And he
But
just
doesn't
like,
he grab like a stick, like a bow staff kind of thing, like a pool cue? And just like hits Michael, and Michael's like, I'm so sick of this. Like, I don't like you. Like, Michael is just like, I don't like karate people.
yeah. So he kicks the shit out of him, and then he like falls into this like cords and gets electrocuted while he's being lit on fire. And then Busta Rhymes picks up the girl, and he walks out, and he's just like, "Happy Halloween, Michael." And then just you're
Yeah,
like, "Oh
or
God."
something like that.
They leave. Michael's house burns down. They're outside, and then Freddy's or what's his name? Busta Rhymes is standing there, and he's like, "Michael Myers is a killer shark.
Oh
You don't
God,
mess with him."
that was so
It was just
cringe.
so bad. And the girl standing there and he's just like, come on, like, let's get out of here. She's like,
I
I
just want
don't,
to thank my friend at his party with all these hot girls around. Like
yeah,
he
they never
saved
meet.
me.
They
Yeah,
never
I know,
meet.
I know,
It's
I
so
know, I know.
dumb. Like, how much better would that scene have been if like he comes out and he's just like, Sarah. She's like,
He has
Dad.
like a American Pie running moment to Blink-182 Mutt. Like just like
Anything would have been.
she's been waiting for more.
Yeah. Like
He's like
honestly,
saving
do
her.
that because the fact that they never meet is so stupid. So then Buster Rhymes is like, let's get out of here. And they just like leave. And then they push. Oh no, no, no. They're like, let's see his body. So they look at his body, and Buster Rhymes goes, looking crispy fried, Michael. Something like looking chicken fried, I think he says.
No comment. No
And
comment
then
there.
finally they're like, all right, let's just end this. So they go to like the mortuary, I think, or
Classic morgue scene we've seen. And we just saw one with
behind the mask.
behind the mask, the same morgue scene kind of thing.
Yeah, basically they just go in there and they just unzip it. And Michael's like, and he just has eyes open, and it's just like, we're
Dun,
done.
dun, dun, dun,
We're
dun, dun,
done.
dun, dun,
We
dun,
are
dun. All right, that's
we're done.
enough for 5 years.
Yeah,
It's enough. That's enough
we're
for 5 years.
we're done. So yeah, this one might be the worst one. It's like,
Out of the Halloween 1, 2, H2O and Resurrection, this is absolutely the worst.
oh, of that timeline, not even a
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
But of all of them, I can't.
The Paul
I
Rudd one's really bad too, but that also includes Donald Pleasance passing away during filming. So I think this one might have to be the one.
When we finish the Rob Zombie ones, we'll do a ranking. But
Two of that might be bad too.
this
We'll
is
get there.
like
Yeah, it's bad. It's
this
bad.
one's real bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the music's bad, the mask is bad, the kills are bad, the story's bad, the acting's bad.
But on paper though, the idea of like Michael has killed Lori, let's say, and they do something at his house and he's there. Maybe if they killed Lori in H2O and then just ignored that stuff at the beginning, and then they did this and Michael's just squatting, and maybe that would have been a good movie, but it does too much trying to retcon it. So,
I know how to fix it. You ready for this?
yeah.
You Lori continued living her life thinking that she killed Michael or whatever, and then Michael kills Josh Harnett, which prompts Lori to be like, "What the fuck? He's still alive." And then she's like, "All right, I'm gonna go hunt him." And she goes to his house, and
But how do you explain his head getting cut off?
it's the same thing. They'd have to do the same thing. So he still did the security guard thing, but Lori never found out about that.
So you
Well,
think adding Josh Hartnett to this would do it?
I think using Josh Hartnett as the trigger point to make Lori go on the attack, I think that would have helped the movie, or at least acknowledging him to some degree. But the way
Yeah.
they treated Lori's character, like, I don't know, I hated it.
It's kind of like at least they mentioned Shia LaBeouf in Dial of Destiny with the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull mess.
Oh, okay.
They
I never
mentioned
saw it.
him for a half second. I'm not going to spoil it, but they mentioned him for a
I
half
don't
second.
care.
And if you want, I mean, yeah, who cares?
I'm not
Spoiler,
watching.
spoiler. If you're a big Indiana Jones fan, you haven't seen Dial. They pretty much say Shia LaBeouf's character died in Vietnam,
Yeah.
and like they go past it, and it's like, oh,
Well, at least they
okay,
acknowledged it.
yeah. They
No,
didn't acknowledge Josh Hartnett in this at all.
I refuse to see Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny literally at a protest because I'm like, you know what, Disney? I'm not gonna consume all the slop you put out there
That
because
was better than Kingdom, dude. I'm
I don't
gonna say
care.
that.
I don't
Okay,
care.
that's fair.
I'm doing it solely to be like, you know what, Disney? I'm a hardcore Indiana Jones fan, and the way you have fucked every single movie up, I'm not gonna give you another chance. So
Hmm. Okay.
it's genuinely at a protest. Anyways, all right. So that's Halloween Resurrection. So
I
bad.
got stats. I got stats real
All
quick.
right, let's do it.
This movie came out July 12th, 2022, whatever. Oh, 2002. Runtime an hour 30 minutes. Its budget is 15 million. Its box office was 38 million. I think a lot of that went to marketing. Its critic score is 10%. Its audience score is 24%. I think that both are high, honestly. And then I just want to say this to you. This is not Jamie Lee Curtis's lowest rated movie. There's one other movie, and it's like it's Christmas with the Cranks. With the
Uh,
Cranks got 5%, which is
uh,
like I think that's better than this movie.
I don't think I've seen it.
I've seen it. It's better than this.
The fact that this movie came out in July, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you even doing?
That too. That too.
July,
September.
Halloween?
September.
No, it's July
At least.
12th.
I know, but like
Uh,
September at least to come out with. Yeah.
oh, here's the other thing. They're like, it's been 3 years since that happened. No, it hasn't been 4 years. Halloween H2O came out in 98. And they
Yeah.
kept saying 3 years. I'm like, you guys don't even, do you guys
They weren't
care at
even
all?
thinking about the production timeline. They weren't even thinking about it. They're
You
like, yeah, it's
guys,
3 years right now, but then it's gonna be four next year. But
yeah, they're so dumb. Oh my God. Yeah. So, all right. Well, anyways, that's Halloween Resurrection. We've got two Halloween movies left to do, the Rob Zombie ones, and then we're done with this series. So we're gonna keep trucking along, trying to get those done. Definitely this year. We're gonna finish those this year.
but
So
it's cool. We've just finished 1 through 8 completely, right?
1 through 8
Technically.
and the new trilogy. So yeah.
And the new trilogy. So we only have two left of
Yep.
Michael Myers' entirety. Okay, that's all right.
All
Gotta whip this
right.
out again.
Let's
Let's spin the
spin the
wheel.
wheel. Let's go. Let's go.
Spinning. What do we get? My Bloody Valentine with 1980 something. I can't see what
Oh,
year it came out.
1981. Okay, so yeah, I couldn't remember. So this is the original one from 1981. They did do a remake in 2009, but we're going to do the original one first. So it's a Valentine's Day movie. I think this might have been our first time we've actually done a Valentine's Day movie around Valentine's Day or ever. So
No, we've
anyways,
done Happy Death Day, which is technically kind of Valentine's Day-ish.
was it?
Yeah, right? It was a Valentine's Day movie.
No, no. Anyways,
I don't
all right,
remember either. I don't remember anymore. We've done 500 of these.
pretty much. But
Yeah.
all right, everybody. Well, thank you very much for listening into our episode on Final Destination on Halloween Resurrection. And we will see you all next week with My Bloody Valentine 1981.
Woo!